think we're in for some quick times now, because we've got the big boys coming out for the first time in our programme. John Moloney, Rob Gibson there I can see, Martin Schanche and Pauli Silvennoinen. These are the Division 2 cars, and Gibson makes a flyer off the start line. Gibson away very, very quickly indeed. Schanche coming up alongside him, and the two have made contact. Schanche has spun out, and that puts Gibson into the lead from Pauli Silvennoinen. Big John Moloney from Ireland goes away in third place, but Martin Schanche is stranded out there on the circuit, and it's Rob Gibson then leading this one from Pauli Silvennoinen with John Moloney, but they've stopped it. Red flag is out. So we take another look at that incident, and you can see there was a bit of contact between the two leading cars, Martin Schanche and Rob Gibson. Martin pulling off onto the infield, so we get a rerun minus Rob Gibson, and we don't know why. Meantime, Martin Schanche it is going away from Pauli Silvennoinen, and we ride with Martin Schanche. They're looking through the rear window of the RS200. We can see that already he is leaving the 26R4s to their own private battle. So it is the Finn from the Netherlands in second place, Pauli Silvennoinen, who now lives at Gouda in the Netherlands, being chased hard by the former Irish champion John Moloney from Limerick with the two normally aspirated Metro 6R4s. But it's Martin Schanche then from Drabak in Norway out there in front, and that right-hander back onto the tarmac seems to be causing quite a bit of problems even for these men. Meantime, it is Martin coming away then, and virtually have to wait quite some considerable time before we can see another car appearing round a corner. Such is the domination of this first heat of Martin Schanche here this afternoon. Martin away then with the RS200, using this event, I would think, very much as a warm-up for the restart of the European Championship in Belgium very, very shortly, where he's got a fine record of success. And Martin it is coming away. Rather unique to get a rallycross in Switzerland, and quite unique to see motorsport from Switzerland, I suppose, but nice to see the Swiss Masters event taking place here this afternoon, and a man very much behind the United Rallycross Drivers Association taking that victory, Martin Schanche, with Pauli Silvennoinen in second place, and a long way back at the end, John Moloney. So, some new cars and new drivers for you to look at. Toyota Celica GT there of Olivier Gadola going away, and I think maybe he is the man who's gone away into the lead, car number 219. We've got a Mazda RX-7 and a couple of Porsches in here. Two Porsches driven by Swiss, the Toyota Celica driven by a Swiss, and the Mazda RX-7 is indeed by Didier Revera from France. And it is surely the Toyota Celica coming away in the lead, car number 219. Second spot there is the Mazda RX-7 of Didier Revera. And is he going to take the lead? No, he had a golden opportunity to take the lead there as the leader was in trouble, but he also got very, very crossed up, and the rotary-engined Mazda goes down to the tail end of the order, giving Gadola every opportunity to recover from that moment and continue his domination of this one. But coming in now to have a close look, 217, Urs Studer from Zurich with his Porsche. Studer it is coming in very, very close now on Gadola. Those two cars breaking well clear, and in fact they appear to be the only two cars really in this race. So the lad from Zurich with the red and yellow Porsche going through on the inside there. And is the Celica going to get round? Yes, it does, just about. But it is Urs Studer away now in the lead then with the Porsche 911 from 219, the Celica GT of Gadola. He's down there in second place now as Urs Studer looks very, very comfortable up front. Splendid sight of a Porsche there in full cry, up and over the brow, round that right-hander, down onto the tarmac, back onto the loose. This good mix of loose and tarmac surfaces here, and I must say once again, the loose section's looking pretty stable, relatively smooth, and not too dusty at the moment. But the Porsche goes out very, very wide, but he's going to retain that advantage up front, but it's costing him dearly on time. He goes away to the flag to win that one. Urs Studer with the Porsche from Olivier Gadola with the Celica GT.
Well, Urs Studer may have won that, but if you look at his time, it wasn't even fast enough to make the cut for the B final. Now then, this is Rob Gibson, top British driver and regular competitor on the European Rallycross scene. Had a problem in the second heat when he came together with Schanche, had some damage, didn't restart the second heat. He's had a lot of that sort of problem during the season. Here we see him in Austria, on the start line in April. Have a look at the coming together between him and Christopherson, the green car. And a terrible crash right before the crowd on that first corner. We get a chance to see that from another angle. Really awful damage to his Metro, and with only his wife and himself doing the repairs to this car, it took him a long time to get it back on the road. Well, that happened in Savonay, France in June. Will Gollop leading here, and poor old Rob Gibson chasing well but runs into transmission problems and a broken gearbox. Mondello in Ireland just a week later, and once again all sorts of comings together as they leave the start line. Rob Gibson gets the worst end of it. It's Christopherson again there, and you see Rob Gibson loses both rear wheels this time. So what a disastrous season so far for Rob Gibson. In fact, there was some talk of him retiring, and with bad luck like that, there's no wonder why. But when he does get on the track, he races fantastically, and we're going to see him do that now. He's on the grid with one chance left to get into the A final.
So Rob Gibson away then to see what he can do here on his third qualifying heat. Rob quickly away from Rolf Mang with the Audi 90 Quattro, and Walter Schmidt there with a 4x4 Porsche 911. And it is the 911 Porsche of Schmidt in second place from Rolf Mang there in car number 216, the Audi 90 Quattro. But surely those two cars really going to prove no opposition at all to Rob Gibson. Rob coming away then, car number 202. From Goostrey in Cheshire, here in the United Kingdom. Rob Gibson it is, well clear up front, and Rob it is coming round but drifting very, very wide, and the car has hit the barrier. The rear wheel, as you can see, going across the track, complete with drive shaft, and there is a three-wheeled Metro 6R4. Rob Gibson really in trouble. We see a replay of it here. The car comes across and drifts very, very wide on the very loose tarmac, and that's the end of Rob's race.
Now, what have you been doing?
Car wasn't handling too well.
Just the one four-wheel drive car in the race, the Audi 90 Quattro of Rolf Mang, and Mang it is who makes good use of that traction off the start line to come away in the lead. Olivier Gadola there in second place with the Toyota Celica, but it is 216, Rolf Mang away in the lead, the Celica in very, very close behind him. Then we can see coming up to complete the order, 218, Marcel Egg with his Porsche. Egg in last position, but it is Rolf Mang in the lead. Rolf Mang leads this one from Olivier Gadola. We've got the Mazda there in fourth place of Didier Revera, the RX-7, and he's trying to make that third. Hasn't done so at the moment. The leader understeering out onto the loose, but it is still Rolf Mang in the lead. Olivier Gadola in second place. Getting away there, the RX-7 still down there in fourth. Studer we can see going well there, number 217 in third spot. Studer, the Swiss driver, in fact they're all Swiss drivers in this race with the exception of the Mazda RX-7, a Frenchman, Didier Revera. You can see he is down now in fourth place. There goes 217 through. Studer putting a lot of pressure now onto Olivier Gadola's Toyota Celica, but as I speak, dropping away a little bit. No, he's not. He's right in there still, putting a lot of pressure on, allowing Rolf Mang to have the advantage of a fairly clear run up front. But despite the fact that he's the only one with four-wheel drive, he's not putting that to too much use. He's not really getting away. We can see a good drive coming here from Gadola with the Toyota Celica. The Mazda up there now into third place, and Studer has indeed got his washers going and wipers going, I can see. I don't really know why, but meantime, up front, a good scrap going on here now, and Gadola beginning to close in and look for the lead. Olivier Gadola closing right in there with the Toyota Celica, putting a lot of pressure onto the Audi 90, but it is still Rolf Mang hanging on to that lead, and the two of them well clear now, dominating this race. Still Mang with the advantage from Gadola. That's the way they go, round the left-hander there, up towards the solid feel of the tarmac and down. You can see just in front of the camera there, a bit of a coming together by the third and fourth place drivers, and that really has opened up a big gap there. The Mazda, one of the troubled cars there, and that really has opened up the lead for these two men. And now we can see that Gadola is putting all kinds of pressure onto Rolf Mang. trying to get through and get a place in that all-important B final, because the situation here, the same as in the European Championship, of course, the winner of this final, the C final, goes forward to the back row of the B, and it's going to be one of these two guys that takes it, and it's anybody's race at the moment. Still Rolf Mang with the advantage, Olivier Godola with the Toyota, hanging on in there very, very well indeed. Not often we see two cars like this in European Rallycross. Very good indeed to see them, and almost a gap there for Godola. He nearly got through on the inside, but Mang having none of it, and it's Mang still with the advantage. Rolf Mang it is from Olivier Godola. In third place now is Erstuder, but the Porsche hitting the barrier just where Rob Gibson did. Very treacherous second there, and Erstuder effectively out of this race. That's put Marcel Egg up into third place. We see a replay of it there. A very, very second-hand Porsche now, I would think. But the battle for the lead goes on, and still Olivier Godola trying, but he also trying way too hard, and he's going to hang on to that second place, I think. Yes, he gets going again just before the arrival of Egg's Porsche, but indeed that has given Rolf Mang now surely a very comfortable ride through to the B final. Double apex corner there on the loose, leading them up to that tight right-hander that's caused so many problems. Out of the right-hander and up. Again, the marshals telling him to keep over to the right, away from the Porsche. That he does, and the welcome sight of the checkered flag for Rolf Mang, who goes through to the B final.
So that hard concrete causing problems for the drivers yet again, and a lot of repair work going on here. Erstuder's Porsche has bent the arm coat.